Very small. Oh, kind of letting in the rain here. But this is not New Orleans, so let's go to KLIX. Hard to tell how much blue there is, but it's actually really small. Boom. The blue underneath is just around the lake, so it's allowing it to come through. Earlier we saw a straight line. There was some sort of beam forming that happened across a few states. I took pictures of it, but I didn't get the radar. I didn't capture the moving imagery. Oh, there it is. You could see it actually. Here it is. Up on the east to west, northeast to southwest of mid-screen, the far right of the screen towards the center. Here it comes. You see it? And here these clouds are coming right towards. There are clouds coming in towards the center of the screen. I'm going to watch this one more time. There he comes, that line. And storm relative mean velocity. Let's see what it's doing. Okay, so when the red faces the incoming weather, it's bringing it in. When it's the green, then it's stopping it. So red, 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 come on up, and you've got more weather coming up that way. You see in the white line, when you have the red and the green, with the white line in the middle, that white line during a hurricane is what brings up the eye of the storm. All right, it is the midline of the polarities. It's what, and here you can see a little system coming in. So the rain is being brought in, and it's raining right now. So let's go to the next one, see if we could catch that beam a little more. The beam that we saw earlier here. Yeah, there's a line of energy that goes through there. Right above the dot of the doppler. There it is. Right, so you can see it. That is some form of, I don't know which radar it is, if it's when it's off the grid or what. I was trying to find it earlier. We're going to keep hunting it down. But it is a long-range beam here. It's across several states. It goes over KLIX, and the storm is, see, it ionizes. It ionizes the air, and the storm is following that path. Straight line. Check it out. I wish I had a cursor on my phone, but I don't. So let's go look at another radar. Okay, we did this one, and now we're going to do let's see if we could see it here. Should see it up a little further north of the radar center on this one, if the beam is still visible there. There I mean, it creates that straight line. It creates that straight line, see? Where is that beam coming from? And it ionizes the air. All that weather comes in. So there's a beam being shot into the system. And it creates the clouds kind of merge over it. So it feeds it, and it ionizes the air, stripping electrons, kind of intensifying the weather. So right where at the Florida Panhandle, is that it? And it's coming in. Is it coming in from? Oh, which one is that? Is it coming in from this one? I'm taking the one. Is this the guy doing it? No. See, you can see that line coming in. And yes, hi, honey.
You don't eat that.
Oh, you want me to eat that? Well, after I'm done talking, I will. So they kind of lighten up the blue, and so the weather comes in, and then you could see the. Can you see it? Yeah, you don't play with the wire, but it's not plugged in. It's a colorful one. All right. Yeah. Looks like the line is coming from somewhere at sea. I'm going to see if we can see it. Not the line. Say, if they have a ship at sea, do they have a ship at sea where they're beam forming it? So, let's see if I can pick it up here on, what's this, Eglin Air Force Base, or Tallahassee. Are we going to take a nap together?
No.
No, you need to take a nap. Look, no, oh, there it is. You can see that line.
Yeah, I do now.
You do now? Yeah, she sees it.
Oh, pull out, you.
I'm taking a nap.
No.
I'm just doing this before my nap. Yes.
Turn around.
Turn around?
No.
I am turned around.
Turn around.
Around, away, all right.
Around.
There's a straight line. Those clouds just like, they're
On the couch.
following something. Okay, see you on the couch. It is. It's like a straight line all the way. It comes out from at sea. Comes out all the way here. So what's at sea? Do I know? I mean, I can't see what's at sea. They definitely use the Doppler radars, but they have these other technologies, right? And they have the same technology, just like on platforms out at sea. They have movable radars, so they can definitely create more stuff, more chaos. I'm glad it's raining. Hopefully it helps some of the saltwater problems, but definitely a straight line beam. I hope you saw it. We saw it all the way over here. All the way over here in Louisiana. Get back to it here and show it to you one more time before I go see if I can see what's at sea. You know, there it comes, that straight line. And yeah, and they bring it in. At least they bring it in today. Okay. And again, we saw this as well over here. It was a relatively low pulse, so it's bringing it in, and then still a low pulse, but there is a straight line. Okay, nature does not do straight lines like that. Poof, almost from state line to state line. So there you have it, folks. What is creating this straight line? Something out at sea. Something out at sea. Very interesting. Out at sea on the East Coast. And it's all drawing in towards it. Down from the south into it. Pulsing low, allowing moisture to come through. Forming that straight line from that beam offshore somewhere. While the weather goes and joins it. Well, we'll see if we can find radar on the East Coast in the Atlantic. All right, wish me luck. I find this interesting. This is the archive 24 hours later here, or just a few hours later, rather. Notice the storm passes, right? And then there's these fingers that jet out. Like, adds a little more rain to. What is that? And then there's another one down there. 1, 2. 1, 2. Straight line shooting out the back end of it. Still haven't figured out what it was. It's all moving. You can almost see the straight line here a little bit. There it is. There it is. So obviously there's something out at sea because we saw that beam, that straight line beam. Something out there. Now it's possible they're also using a HARP-like device to open up the ionosphere in that area so that everything is shooting in that direction. Obviously there's a pull right there. Very strong pull. But there was a beam. There was something besides, they might have had an array that takes whatever energy is being directed to that area that would open up the ionosphere to suck up the jet stream in that direction, and then get an array to point the beam across the southern states. Or just using like an SBX that's out at sea, which is like a huge doppler or something like that, and sending a beam across the southern states to end the drought. For whatever reason, they must have negotiated a deal that they're not going to do the saltwater intrusion. Maybe because, things are going in Israel now. They've got another diversion. Who knows what motivates these people? But whatever it was agreed upon that rain would come to the region. And sure enough, the saltwater has been pushed back. Its slow march up to our parish has been halted. Is this blackmail on a industrial level? Is this some agreement was come to that ended the drought for us? Just like, October is not a seasonably wet month, and yet this is when we get the rain that we've been waiting on. So whatever the reason, I'm glad that's over, and we have another example of man-made weather here. But I always like when we can triangulate on it. So they're obviously using other elements, but you can see that the blue on the screen, the blues are relatively small. They're not, and then when over New Orleans is practically not existent. You really can't see that radar because they're allowing that rain to come in. Right? If the blue dots on the screen were big, that would be them blocking the weather, and they're just not doing that. They're allowing it. So let's see how the blue in these other areas are. I guess it was not so relevant. What was relevant was the Mississippi Basin. and it rained enough in the local area and upriver to push back the salt water. Hallelujah. Praise the rainmakers, huh? And just so that we look at what it looks like to have a sea-based radar, they're just like Doppler radars. They got a dome, and they're bigger than Dopplers, and they're out to sea. They're you can see the clouds around the sky. They can do anything Doppler can do. I think they can do it greater. But also, so that you see here, show you that up. Remember when Puerto Rico had their hurricane that wiped them out, Maria? Puerto Rico radar obliterated after it takes a direct hit from Hurricane Maria. Direct hit, and this is not the only time it's happened. Right? They've had to fix radars before because they've taken direct hits. It happened after Katrina at the KLIX one. But there's no articles about that I could find. They've taken that down, but I heard about it. All right, just so you know, I mean, this happens. So, if the hurricane is strong enough and they bring the hurricane in, it'll obliterate the radar that's drawing it in. Anyway, there you have it, folks. God bless and blessed be.